Hello and welcome to Electrifying the Roads. And today we are going to discuss about the shift of um, diesel cars and vehicles to electric vehicles that are EVs and their implications. I am Ayush Singh, your host.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Devaprasan Gupta and today we are going to talk about electrifying the roads, the rise of EVs. We are going to discuss about this topic. Today we will delve into our why EVs are gaining transactions over their diesel counterparts. Picking up the right car for yourself is often a Herculean task. A big reason for this is the kind of options almost every segment's officers offers for various brands to trim levels and even engine variants. There is just too much to choose from. While this is only a good thing to buy cars, the other side of the coin is that an average car buyer can really confuse choosing between so many options. Let's look at the most basic division between the car and the diesel models. There are many mainstream cars nowadays. There are more than one engine option. For example, Tata Nexon is available in diesel as well as petrol, and then there is also an electric variant. Now, not long ago, the rule of the thumb used that anyone looking for low running costs can pick up a diesel over petrol. However, the increase in fuel prices have the same argument hardly makes any sense. This is also because of the influence of electric cars. Today, EVs over pollution, free performance at a factor of a price at traditional cars. So, in case you're someone who is planning to buy a new car. It is a small comparison of electric cars and a diesel car. So, the adaptation of EVs represents a seismic shift in the automotive industry driven by concerns over climatic change, air pollution, and sustainability. Unlike diesel cars, which emit harmful pollutants, EVs produce zero tailpipe emission to make them a cleaner and greener alternative. The use of petroleum and diesel is destroying our planet. So, the availability of fossil fuel is limited and their use is destroying our planet. Toxic emissions from the petroleum and diesel vehicles led to a long term adverse effect on the public health. The emission impact of electric vehicles is much lower than the petroleum or diesel vehicles. For an prospective electric vehicles can convert around 60% of the electric engineer energy from the grid to the power of the wheel. But petroleum or diesel can only convert 17 to 21% of the energy stored in the fuel. 2. The wheels. It is a waste of around 80%. Fuel electricity vehicles have zero tailpipe emission, but even when electricity production is taken into account, petrol or diesel vehicles emit almost 3 times more carbon dioxide than the average EVs. To reduce the impact of the charging electric vehicles, India is ambitious to achieve about 40% cumulative electric power installing capacity from non-fuel based energy resources by the year 2023. Therefore, the electric wastes are the only way forward to the Indian transportation and we switch to them now.
Okay, so Devupriya, I would like to add on the things you said that one of the key advantages of EVs over diesel cars is their lower operating costs. With fewer moving parts and no need for gasoline or diesel fuel, EV owners can save significantly on maintenance and fuel expenses. This economic benefit, coupled with government incentives and subsidies, is driving more consumers towards EVs.
So, electric vehicles have the silent function capacity, as there is no engine under the hood. No engine means no noise. The electric motor's function is so silent that you need to peek into your instrument panel to check it if it is on. Electric vehicles are so silent that manufacturers have to add false sound in order to make themselves for pedestrians. Now, Ayush is going to explain more about why electric vehicles are more effective.
Yeah, beyond individual benefits, um, the widespread adoption of EVs has broader implications for the environment and public health. By reducing dependence on fossil fuels, EVs helps mitigate air pollution and combat climate change, creating a cleaner and healthier planet for future generations. However, the transition to EVs is not without challenges. Range anxiety, limited charging infrastructure, and higher upfront costs remain significant barriers to widespread adoption. Addressing these challenges requires collaborations between government, automakers, and infrastructure providers to accelerate the transition to a sustainable transportation system. So now I would like to ask some points from the Bopriya.
Another compelling reason for choosing EVs over diesel cars are their superior performance in and driving experiences. So, the electric motors delivers an instant driving and turquoise providing smooth and responsive acceleration compared to the traditional and internal combust engines. Additionally, EVs is quicker and offers a more refined ride, enhancing the overall driving experiences. There, it's a big deciding factor for buying an EV as the price of fuel is are low costing, and since EVs use electricity to charge batteries and domestic power traffics range for about rupees 8 to 10 per unit, the mostly running cost factor of cost for petrol or diesel. So for your daily commute in Delhi or in Kolkata is 30 kilometers, you will end up spending about rupees 5,375 rupees a month on petrol, while the costing charge on EV with battery capacity of 30.2 km per hour and the range of 312 km will only be 697 rupees if if we do not it is a public charge station. There are many public charge stations. This means that our cost per kilometer for a petrol car with a mileage of around 17 km per hour will be rupees 5.97, but for an EV of 30.2 km per hour capacity, it will be only rupees 0.43 per kilometer. The power rate must vary from various states, but it will be it will still be a lower compared to petrol over diesel. An EV car helps us to have a clear environment. Like a sway factor for many buyers is the zero carbon emission and reduction in air pollution with EVs, while the emission from tailpipes is indeed nil. One also need to consider the emission at power plants where electricity is generated, especially if it is a coal fuel or a fuel-based plant. In effect, the carbon emission for EVs is not zero but is still less compared to petroleum and diesel. So, Ayush is going to explain the other points of EVs. So, as we look into the future, the electrification of transportation holds immense promise of creating a more sustainable and equitable world by embracing EVs over diesel cars. and we can drive towards a future where clean, effective, and associative transportation is available to us. So, this was all about the advantages of EVs. Thank you for tuning in the electrifying the roads. Together, let's pave the way for a brighter and a clear future. Thank you.
This is Ayush Singh